Hello, what is up everybody? It is Lethal Fire back here with a new video, and today I'm here to talk about my reaction to the Nintendo Switch and all this hype that has been building up on the internet. Now, I've been a Nintendo fan for quite a while. I bought my very first game console was the Wii U. I've had pretty much every iteration of the 3DS. But, as of recently, I did buy the Wii U, but as of recently, I've kind of been fading away from Nintendo, switching more over to Xbox, and I'm a big Xbox guy as well. But here recently, with the announcement of the Nintendo Switch and just all the hype that has been going on, I, for one, have been super excited about the Nintendo Switch, and I'm really just here to kind of talk about what I want to see from this big presentation. So if you are not aware already, right now it is 10:04 p.m. at the time that I'm recording this video, and the Nintendo Switch presentation is tomorrow, January 12th, and it starts at 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, and it is going to be live from Tokyo. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. The internet has been blowing up about this, and Nintendo Switch has been all over the news. My YouTube inbox is just filled all the time with Nintendo Switch videos. But now I'm here to talk about, obviously, what I want to see from this massive conference. So obviously, my number one thing, I need a price and I need a release date. I want to know, this is what is on everybody's mind. For me, I personally think it will launch at $250 for the base model, and I do think it is going to include a pack-in game in that price. What pack-in game? Well, we don't know. It could be Splatoon, could be Mario Maker. I could definitely see Mario Maker. Mario Maker has not been really hyped much at all. There's been no leaks about Mario Maker for the Switch, and I think it would make perfect sense to include this with every console, as, it was kind of, Mario Maker kind of came out when the Wii U was dying. It really was already dead, and the 3DS is, going to start dying slowly, as soon as the Switch launches. So, and then, obviously, the release date, I could really see two release dates, them announcing, provided that they announce this at all. March 10th, which is Mario Day. Why would you not release your brand new Nintendo console, if you're Nintendo, on Mario Day? That would just be perfect. Or, obviously, March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. That could happen as well. I don't know. One of the big things I do expect them to talk about is the online features. I think the Nintendo Switch is going to be very online heavy when it is in the dock and at home. I'm expecting pretty much voice and party chat. Nintendo, please, God, don't give us the Mario Kart 8, but you can only talk to them in voice chat while you're picking maps, and only in select games. Like, I want, if I'm playing Smash Bros. And my friend is playing Zelda, I want to be able to talk, I don't think even if I'm just in the menu, I want to be able to talk. I think it should not be, the voice chat should not be integrated into the games. Excuse me. Voice chat should not be integrated into the games. It should be it should be a separate thing. A separate entity, a different app on the Nintendo Switch. No more friend codes. Please get rid of the friend codes. Friend codes are probably one of the worst parts about playing together on 3DS and Wii U. So just get rid of them, Just give us usernames, and you can enter them, and you're there in 5 seconds, just like Xbox. But a big question, if this does happen, like I think it will, is it going to be a paid service, or is Nintendo going to not charge us for this. Paid service seems likely. I could definitely see it happening. Nintendo wanting to take some more money. And one thing I almost forgot to mention. As we know now, there is a share button on the Nintendo Switch. Is this kind of like a hint that we are going to have some sort of online service where you're going to be able to share game clips, screenshots, gameplay, all kinds of different stuff? I think that's a big hint right there. So pretty much the one of the final things I want to talk about is launch titles. Launch titles, it is so important that the Nintendo Switch launches with some great games. We can't have another Wii U where all the best games come out months and months after it's already been out. Great examples: Mario Kart 8, Splatoon, Mario Maker. These games didn't come out till well after the Wii U, had released, and the Wii U had weak launch titles, and this is kind of the reason why it failed. So obviously, some games I'd want to see are the Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon ports. Splatoon is looking a lot more likely to make launch and be there at launch because, it's not as heavy of a port. It's pretty much just the Wii U game copied. Mario Kart 8, however, they have to add new tracks, characters, hopefully improve that god-awful battle mode from Mario Kart 8. Mario Maker, obviously, they need to release it while it's still hot right now for the Switch. It needs to be a launch game for the Switch. I really don't see the point of coming back in a couple months and saying, oh, here's Mario Maker Switch. The hype's going to kind of die off. Obviously, hopefully we get to see this some screenshots of this new Mario. I really can't see the console launching without this new Mario. Leaks were saying that it's going to be 3D, and that's very exciting. I really do hope that we get a new 3D Mario open world. If we got Mario Galaxy, I don't think anybody would be mad. I don't see how you could be mad. Zelda Breath of the Wild, with the leaks coming out for the different, the Hori accessories, they've really, and all the marketing that they've done, even on, here on the home screen, Nintendo's website, you could just see that they are showing Zelda Breath of the Wild in the background with the console, and it's already on the ads for the console. They showed it on Jimmy Fallon. So, if it does not launch with Zelda Breath of the Wild, if it does not make launch, I would be very, 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 very surprised. It is almost 99.9% sure that this is going to be a launch title for the Nintendo Switch. Smash Bros. I really don't see this happening. Now, once again, I could be wrong. They could just, pull this out of their hat. They could do the greatest launch titles that a Nintendo console has ever launched with. But I really just don't see this happening. I think they're going to hold off, and, because they've got to save some games for later down the line. They can't just release everything immediately. People would be overwhelmed. Now we're going to get into some third-party games, and I kind of want to just go to the partners here, the list of partners that they're showing. Some games. So, if you haven't seen, there was a big Reddit leak about a week ago that, this guy proclaimed he had the entire thing written out, and it was really nice. It was a very well-created, it was a very good article. Looks kind of like maybe, it definitely could have been fake, but it looked pretty legit, and a lot of the info made sense. And one of the games that it said was Overwatch. Could you imagine if Overwatch showed up for the Nintendo Switch, Overwatch on a handheld. That could be huge, and especially if another, as part of that little article, they said that there would be a special Nintendo character. That would be really cool. I've never played Overwatch, but I heard it is a great game, very popular, and really, adding a new character would be a very good reason to buy that game. Another game, sports games, NBA 2K17. They showed this in the trailer. How can it not be a launch game? FIFA, maybe EA's partnered with them. That is the games that I see them making. Really, just sports games. Really, I don't see EA releasing Battlefield 1 for the Nintendo Switch. I mean, people would go nuts if they release that. And then, one more thing is the fighting game. It has been said that there is going to be a fighting game. If you weren't aware, if you haven't seen the leak from Hori, where they showed off this kind of, I can't describe it. It's a fighting gamepad that sells for about $150 in the US, and it is going to go with the Switch. And obviously, if they're making one of these, there's going to be some form of a fighting game. Now, obviously, it could be Smash, but I don't really see a fighting pad being only for Smash. I mean, I really don't see that happening. Some people were saying Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I don't remember what it was called. We could see a Tekken 7 port. Hopefully I'm getting that right. I don't really follow fighting games that much. But as kind of an overview for these launch titles, Nintendo can make all the first party games they want. The Nintendo Switch has to get third party support. That is the bottom line. They need to be getting the new games when Xbox One and PS4 gets them, if they expect to compete. And that's all I'm going to say about the launch titles. The final thing I want to talk about is, for sure, I want to talk about just the hardware itself. Nintendo, don't expect anything about stats, because Nintendo has never been about the specs. They're not going to tell you what kind of processor is in it, unless, someone from NVIDIA shows up and they tell you all about it. Don't expect anybody out there on stage telling you about stats. Or specs. I keep saying stats. Oh, that's so brutal. I don't expect anybody out there telling you about specs. Really, I expect them to focus a lot of the, when they're playing the games, they're going to be demonstrating the different ways that you can play the Nintendo Switch. That was a big part of the reveal trailer, and I have a feeling like it's going to be a big part of this presentation. Alright, so that's just going to about do it for me, guys. Of course, the Nintendo Switch presentation, live from Tokyo tomorrow, at the time of this video, January 12th. You can watch it on Twitch, you can watch it on YouTube. The internet could break tomorrow. I feel like if everything goes well, Nintendo, this thing is going to fly off the shelves, and it's going to be NES Classic all over again. Nobody's going to be able to get them. But I have a feeling like by the time Christmas comes around, Nintendo is going to ship a lot of these. So that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, comment, tell me what you guys liked, tell me what you didn't like, tell me what I could do better. Subscribe to the channel. I've got tons of Nintendo Switch news, updates. I'll be covering the the results of the presentation, what we get out of the presentation, my reactions, and I'll be covering everything up to the day that the Nintendo Switch launches. I will be covering, I also do a lot of wrestling videos, WWE, TNA, ROH, NJPW. So I also do lots of wrestling reviews, reactions, rumors. So definitely make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. This is Lethal Fire, and I'm out.